The television world of The Big Bang Theory, BBT, is a treasure trove of clever references, running jokes, and Easter eggs that delight dedicated fans. The show, which ran from 2007 to 2019, became a cultural phenomenon, with its quirky characters and a blend of scientific wit and heartwarming moments. It's no surprise that its spin-off prequel series, Young Sheldon, and its more recent edition, Georgie and Mandy's First Marriage, contain subtle, and not so subtle, connections to the original series. The magic of Georgie and Mandy's First Marriage is not just in its own storytelling, but in the layers of continuity, humor, and callbacks that tie it back to the Big Bang Theory universe. Below are 8 Easter eggs in Georgie and Mandy's First Marriage that brilliantly connect to the Big Bang Theory and reward keen-eyed fans of the original series. 1. Georgie's business ventures. In The Big Bang Theory, Georgie Cooper is portrayed as the more business-savvy sibling in the Cooper family, though his ventures are often presented humorously as lacking the intellectual rigor of his younger brother Sheldon. This dynamic is part of Georgie's larger arc, where he grows into a more responsible figure. In Georgie and Mandy's First Marriage, there's a reference to Georgie trying to open his own business, a clear nod to his older, somewhat more successful self in The Big Bang Theory. Fans will recognize the connection when Georgie mentions a failed idea for a shirt business, a playful reference to a moment in The Big Bang Theory where Georgie was shown attempting various business ideas, none of which were particularly successful. This subtle connection highlights the evolution of Georgie's entrepreneurial spirit, from a bumbling teenager to someone who might eventually run a more successful business, much like how his character develops over time in the original show. 2. Mandy's scientific curiosity. While The Big Bang Theory is a celebration of science and academia, one of its key elements is the contrast between highly intellectual characters, like Sheldon and Leonard, and the non-scientific characters like Penny. In Georgie and Mandy's First Marriage, Mandy, Georgie's wife, demonstrates a keen curiosity about the sciences, particularly physics. In one episode, Mandy asks Georgie, "How exactly does a black hole work?" This question mirrors the kinds of scientific discussions that frequently pop up in The Big Bang Theory, often led by Sheldon, whose obsession with astrophysics often borders on the obsessive. By having Mandy ask questions like this, Georgie and Mandy's First Marriage connects back to the scientific curiosity and intellectual humor that was a cornerstone of The Big Bang Theory. It also hints at her potential growth as a character in the same vein as Penny, who initially had little knowledge of science but grew to appreciate it over the course of the series. 3. The reference to Bazinga. Sheldon Cooper's iconic catchphrase, Bazinga, became a hallmark of The Big Bang Theory and is recognized by fans worldwide. In Georgie and Mandy's First Marriage, there's a playful moment where Georgie tries to pull a prank on Mandy, and in an almost surreal twist, shouts out Bazinga. This is a tongue-in-cheek reference to Sheldon, suggesting that Georgie is not entirely disconnected from the world of intellectual humor and quirky catchphrases, much like his older brother Sheldon. This Easter egg not only makes fans laugh, but also serves as a reminder that while Georgie is less overtly scientific than his sibling, the influence of the BBT universe remains present in his life. It's also a clever nod to how Sheldon's legacy, including his more eccentric traits, will continue to permeate the family. 4. The presence of a Penny look-alike. One of the most delightful Easter eggs in Georgie and Mandy's First Marriage involves the brief appearance of a woman who bears a striking resemblance to Penny, the charming and normal woman who eventually marries Leonard in The Big Bang Theory. While she is not named Penny, she has a similar appearance, and her mannerisms, such as her dry sense of humor and approachable attitude, mirror Penny's role as the grounded foil to the more intellectual characters. This inclusion seems like a tongue-in-cheek Easter egg that acknowledges the undeniable influence of Penny on the BBT universe. Penny was a central part of the show's emotional core, and her legacy continues to echo in the characters' lives. The brief, seemingly innocent presence of a Penny-like character is a subtle way of reminding the audience of that. 5. Georgie and Sheldon's relationship. In The Big Bang Theory, the relationship between Sheldon and Georgie was often strained, with Sheldon's intellectual superiority clashing with Georgie's more down-to-earth demeanor. However,